Bitcoin is definitely a disruption, and I think it actually is a good one. The reason is what it provides for is a way to exchange value between two parties virtually without any loss of value or without paying a third party or so-called intermediary. The interesting thing with that is, I mean, there's nothing wrong per se with an intermediary, but they do introduce, this layer of a centralized, trusted actor in the system that supposedly guarantees for the transaction. But think of the way that things are evolving with technology. So the Internet of Things, with more and more things, billions of things getting connected on the internet, there is this opportunity for a internet of value which would actually connect all those things in new and meaningful ways. And wouldn't it be interesting if there was no need for centralized actors to control this transaction, but you could rather interact with these things and with people and transform the way that we think of exchanging services and goods. Literally, you can transact over milliseconds instead of waiting for someone to accept your transaction. This would open up entirely new possibilities for things like smart cities, wearables, sensors, anything where you have this idea that you see something where you can extract value, or you have something that you own or a resource that you have and you want to put it on a market. Essentially, it becomes a creator of a multitude of new markets. So that, I think, is the excitement.
America, planet Earth, what's good? This is your boy CODELL, and welcome back to another episode of CODELL Crypto. Hey, if my voice sounds a little weird today, it's because I'm not feeling good, but I'm happy to be here. I got a great episode today. Today we're going to be getting into just a lot of crazy news going on around the globe with cryptocurrency. So I'm going to definitely be doing my best to point out just some really epic and troubling, but also good things that are going on to try to help you see that we are definitely in a battle for our financial freedom. So my goal, you guys, I want to start making this clear. One of my goals is to make sure that I provide the proper information to help wake all of you up that may not be awake yet to the fact that this financial system that we have all been under our whole entire lives does not serve any of us well. And when I say any of us, not just here in America, but around the whole entire world. This centralized banking system is corrupt. It does money laundering for cartels. It does money laundering for government agencies, corporations. It engages in just every terrible act you can think of. And so I believe part of the reason the banks, so I believe the main reason you're seeing these giant banks, like the IMF, the Federal Reserve, so on and so on, go after crypto so hard is because they realize that crypto is an absolute threat to their control of our global financial system. You guys, again, I want to reiterate this. I've said this before, but it's really important to really realize the fact that through crypto, through blockchain, we can create a decentralized financial system, meaning we can go peer to peer. We don't need these middlemen anymore to facilitate these transactions. Meaning we can save everyone around the world hundreds of billions of dollars. I mean trillions in the long term. So we're living in a very exciting time, guys, and I just want to do my best to help wake everybody up to the fact that we actually truly have a chance, maybe the first chance in our lives, I would probably say so, and in many generations, to take complete financial control and freedom. So I hope we can come together as a world, as individual countries, and really embrace decentralized blockchain, cryptocurrency, and just this new technology. Anyways, you guys, I'm done preaching. Let's get into this, okay? So we're gonna start with coin market cap. All right. So today's cryptocurrency price by market cap. So right now, at the recording of this video, the global crypto market cap is 853.24 billion, and it is down 0.05% over the last day. The total crypto market volume over the last 24 hours is 48.93 billion, which makes it a 41% increase, 2% basically increase. The total volume in DeFi, decentralized finance, is currently 3.23 billion, with a 6.60% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. And the volume of all stable coins is now 46.68 billion, which is 95.40% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. And Bitcoin dominance right now is currently 38.16%, which is an increase of 0.07% over the last day. So yeah, that's the market cap right now. At the recording of this video. Okay, so let's get into this news, you guys. I got a bunch of crazy information to share with you. Okay, just try to start connecting some dots so you can really see how much of a threat crypto is to the status quo, to the central banking system. All right, let's start with this article. This is from Breitbart. It says, dropping like coin prices, 3 crypto billionaires have died in the last month. Okay. 3 well-known cryptocurrency billionaires have died under mysterious circumstances over the past month, fueling conspiracy theories. Over the course of the past month, multiple cryptocurrency billionaires have died under mysterious circumstances. All 3 had made their fortunes in the cryptocurrency industry, with one tweeting that he believed he was being targeted just days before his demise. Now, this is Nikola Mushagan. I know I'm saying that wrong, but this is what he had to say. On October 28th, cryptocurrency pioneer Nikola Mushagan tweeted that he believed intelligence agencies were going to murder him. Mushagan was the founder of MakerDAO, a blockchain-based decentralized finance platform. In a tweet posted on 4:57 a.m., he stated, CIA, Mossad, and pedo elites are running some kind of sex trafficking, entrapment, blackmail ring out of Puerto Rico and Caribbean islands. Sounds pretty Jeffrey Epstein. He added, they are going to frame me with a laptop planted by my ex-girlfriend who was a spy. They will torture me to death. This is crazy. The New York Post reports that Mushagan then left his $6 million beach house in San Juan, Puerto Rico, for a walk shortly after 9 a.m. Mushagan's body in the waves, where he had apparently drowned. So I guess they found his body in the waves. That's crazy. And then the second guy, again, I'm gonna definitely butcher his first name, Tanesh Tanatan Kulander. On November 23rd, it was revealed that Tanatan Kulander, the co-founder of the Hong Kong-based digital asset company Amber Group, was reported to have died in his sleep. Kulander was just 30 years old. His company website published the news with the deepest sadness and a heavy heart. Kulander launched Amber in 2017 with a group of finance insiders, including former Goldman Sachs Group and Morgan Stanley workers. Amber Group had also received a $3 billion valuation in 2022 and was seeking another $100 million in funds shortly before Kulander's death. He put his heart and soul into the company in every stage of its growth. He led by example with his intellect, generosity, humility, diligence, and creativity. The company's statement read, TT was a respected thought leader and widely recognized as a pioneer for the industry. His depth of knowledge, his willingness to collaborate, and his desire to always help others benefited countless startups and individuals. So I was the second guy to die in the last month. And then we got this guy, Vyacheslav Taran. Again, I know I'm butchering the name, I just know it. On November 29th, it was reported that billionaire Vyacheslav Taran, 53, the Russian founder of the Forex Club and president of Libertex Group, had died in a helicopter crash near the French-Italian border in Villefranche-sur-Mer. Taran's business describes itself as a leading foreign exchange and crypto trading platform and said in a statement, "It is with great sadness that Libertex Group confirms the death of its co-founder and chairman of board of directors, Vyacheslav Taran, after a helicopter crash." Taran was traveling in an Airbus H-130 helicopter from Lucerne, Switzerland to Monaco when it crashed. Taran and the helicopter's French pilot were both killed, according to France Bleu radio network. Although none of the deaths of crypto billionaires appear to be linked, all of them are mysterious enough to raise a few eyebrows. Breitbart News will continue to report blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, this is pretty crazy, guys. I mean, you know, I'm just going to be honest. Like, I don't have any proof of anything, but would I be surprised if these people were purposely knocked off, by certain government entities and, certain people within the banking system? No, not at all. Because, I mean, let's just be honest. Like, open up a history book. We know that historically, and I'm not even saying governments are like all governments bad. But what I'm saying is, like, there is always inevitably corruption and bad actors and individuals and organizations within governments, and some governments go completely corrupt, and so this wouldn't surprise me if maybe these people were basically Arkansas, assassinated, because again, decentralized finance, blockchain, cryptocurrency, it absolutely is a threat to the status quo, to the old way of doing things. I mean, our central banking system, you guys, it's had, all of us, our grandparents were born under the central banking system. I think even their parents were born under the central banking system, so for at least since 1911, I think it is, we've had a central banking system back in America. And this is actually this third time we've had a central banking system. So if you guys want to learn more about that, I'll put a link to some information on just the history of central banks in America, and actually how this is the third central banking system we've had, and we actually got rid of the first two. So it's interesting. It's good. It's a good piece of history to know. So kind of learning that type of stuff just helps keep you aware, and helps you not be fooled as easy. So anyways, yeah, interesting article. Again, I'm not trying to like be some conspiracy theorist, but dude, I'm not surprised if these guys were murdered. Okay, now, again, this whole episode, you guys, is just me trying to connect dots and show all these different events and circumstances that are going on around the world between, the powers that be and cryptocurrency, blockchain, and all that stuff. Because, again, it really is, I believe, it's an absolute threat to their system. So check this out. European Central Bank berates Bitcoin, says it is on the road to irrelevance. All right, this is from the Crypto Basics. So the ECB, which is the European Central Bank, again, one of the biggest central banks in the world, they're absolute trash, you guys. They assert that Bitcoin has failed to live up to the hype, but the crypto community is not buying it. The European Central Bank has asserted that Bitcoin is standing on its last legs in a blog post release today, which this is from the 30th, so this was yesterday, titled Bitcoin's Last Stand. And this is what the European Central Bank tweeted out. The apparent stabilization of Bitcoin's value is likely to be an artificially induced last gasp before the crypto asset embarks on a road to irrelevance. Hashtag the ECB blog looks at where Bitcoin stands amid widespread volatility in the crypto markets. Read more at ecb.europa.eu. So actually, we're going to get into that a little bit. I'm about to switch over to that, and I'll have the link to their official website in the description box below too. In fact, I'd recommend following them on Twitter. These people tell you what they're going to do, and it's always bad. So check this out, you guys. The Post asserts that Bitcoin's recent price stabilization is not an accumulation before forming new highs as a last-ditch effort by malevolent forces to maintain the hype before it all crumbles. It is authored by Ulrich Beinsil, Director General of Market Infrastructure and Payments at the European Central Bank, and his advisor, Jürgen Schaaf. For Bitcoin proponents, the seeming stabilization signals a breather on the way to new heights, the European Central Bank staff members wrote. More likely, however, it is an artificially induced last gasp before the road to irrelevance. The piece argues that Bitcoin has failed to perform as a means of payment and as investment asset. Instead, according to the article, the only role of the asset class lies in speculation. Notably, it falsely claims that people have hardly used Bitcoin to make legitimate payments. It also comes even after chain analysis data indicated at the beginning of the year that legitimate crypto use far outpaces illegal usage, putting illicit crypto use at a 0.15%. So less than 1%. The European Central Bank Post asserts that crypto regulations do not mean acceptance or approval. Finally, to ward off institutional interest in the asset classes, it cautioned that institutions risk their reputation by promoting Bitcoin and crypto in light of environmental concerns. So now, where's it at? Okay, we're gonna get a little more into that. So let's go on with this. Crypto community responds. Unsurprisingly, the piece attracted a lot of flack from the crypto community, which expressed the view that the central banks feel threatened by the revolutionary asset class and was only trying to spread fear, uncertainty, and doubt with false, time-worn narratives. Terra whistleblower Fat Man expressed disappointment as he had attempted to read the article with an open mind, only to see false claims about Bitcoin's usage. So when he says that the central bank's making false claims about Bitcoin's usage, he's absolutely right, because, guys, again, so the central banking system, we're on a fiat system, meaning that like our currency, like any country that's ran under central banking system, you ran on fiat currency, meaning the money is not backed by anything, so they can just endlessly print it. Well, Bitcoin, there's only, 21 million or 21 billion? I know, I'm forgetting that number. But anyways, it's limited, and it's a very small amount of Bitcoin. That's all there is. So that's value right there. And then the fact that they try to claim that Bitcoin is not being adopted as a use of payment is absolute bullshit. El Salvador, they're going hard. They've dove full in. They have. If you don't know this, they have declared that Bitcoin is legal tender. Also, we have I think it's called the Republic of Africa. Same thing. They recently declared that Bitcoin is legal tender. And you have the Lightning Network that has been being built, so you can do transactions of Bitcoin at a cheaper rate and all that stuff. And yeah, so what the European Central Bank is saying right here, honestly, it's all bullshit. And now they're about to try to get into their fake environmental concerns. So check this out. Let's see. Others like Cointelegraph point out Cointelegraph's Joe Nakamoto pointed out the conflict of interest, as authors are also known proponents of central bank digital currencies, which is CBDCs. So they like those. We'll get back to the environment thing here in a second, but that's the thing so CBDCs, guys, that's what the central banks really want to implement, and they're starting to push hard, and they're going to really push it hard on us. And CBDCs, we cannot allow ourselves to adopt their central bank digital currency, because if we do, they already have so much control over our money. Yes, we can take our money out, like we have physical money, right? But if we go CBDCs, that will eliminate physical cash, meaning not only will our money not be backed by anything like it already is, it's funny money, but we also won't be able to have access to physical cash anymore. And if you read in to the Federal Reserve's paper on how a central bank digital currency will work, they openly admit that they want to put a control cap on like how much you're allowed to spend, how much you're allowed to save, and they want to do a lot of crazy stuff. They want to tell you what you can spend your digital currency on, your CBDCs on. So it's a very tyrannical system, you guys. And I mean, it's what they're already implementing over in China, and yeah, it's just bad. It's just bad. You got people like Klaus Schwab from the World Economic Forum. You know, he's all about CBDCs. He's openly praised China and their centralized communist system. And yeah, so long story short, central banks are not our friends, and we have to reject CBDCs. Okay, now let's get out of this article. So, but let's move on. Okay, so here's their white paper. Here's the European Central Bank. This is their official website, and this is what they wrote. Bitcoin investors have the strong incentives to keep the euphoria going at the end of 2020. Isolated companies began to promote Bitcoin as corporate expenses. Some venture capital VC firms are also still investing heavily despite the ongoing crypto winter. VC investments in crypto and blockchain industry totaled USD 17.9 billion as of mid-July. So they're admitting right here that even though they're trying to push a narrative that cryptocurrency is bad, they're still admitting that companies and the public, you know, are still investing heavily in crypto. So, you know, that's good for us, and we need to keep that type of pressure on them and just keep going. Now, promoting Bitcoin bears a reputational risk for banks. And this is on their official website, okay? Since Bitcoin appears to be neither suitable, this is what they say, okay? This is what the European Central Bank says. Since Bitcoin appears to be neither suitable as a payment system nor as a form of investment, it should be treated as neither in regulatory terms and thus should not be legitimized. Similarly, the financial industry should be wary of the long-term damage of promoting Bitcoin investments despite short-term profits they could make even without their skin in the game. The negative impact on consumer relations and the reputational damage to the entire industry could be enormous once Bitcoin investors will have made further losses. So, again, this is just more fear. They're FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. They're trying to spread, and again, they're what they're honestly saying, if you read between these lines, is they're saying, please stay the hell away from cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, because if you do, our system of control is absolutely fucked. So, but yeah, anyways, let's move on, you guys. I've talked enough about the banks, but well, probably got more. Actually, no. We got more on the banking system. But before we do, if you guys like what I'm doing, please make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that little notification bell. Also, in the comment, leave some comments on what you'd like me to talk about. I am going to be doing a video here soon. Actually, it'll be the next video. I'm going to do a quick video on how to transfer crypto off of the exchanges onto your cold storage unit, onto your nano ledger. So yeah, anyways, yeah, again, if you like what I'm doing, make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on YouTube, follow me on Rumble, please. Follow me on True Social, Getter, all that good stuff.